Welcome to After Dark Creations Art and Review. I'm Jen, your artist and monster buddy, here to share my love of cult films, music, movies, books, and television with you. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. This week, I review Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is an American horror comedy released in 1984. It has a 7.8 out of 10 on IMDb and a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film was directed by Ivan Reitman, and the screenplay was written by Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, and Rick Moranis. The film stars Bill Murray as Peter Venkman, Dan Aykroyd as Ray Stantz, Ernie Hudson as Winston Zedmore, Harold Ramis as Egon Spengler, and the cast is rounded out by Sigourney Weaver, who plays Dana Barrett, Annie Potts, who plays Janine, and Rick Moranis, who plays Louis Tully. Ghostbusters follows the misadventures of parapsychologist Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, and Egon Spengler, and they are soon joined by Ernie Hudson's Winston. The characters fight ghosts throughout New York City. They also encounter the character Slimer, who is one of their first successful catches. Funny side note, the character Slimer was based off John Belushi. Paranormal activity seems to be growing around the city of New York, and they encounter new client Dana Barrett, who opens the door of her refrigerator and hears the word Zool and sees the Zool dog, who she eventually becomes. Hilarity and some actual real scares ensued. The film came out before I was born, so I encountered Ghostbusters on VHS like 80s and 90s kids did. I found it really funny, but also quite scary. Our first introduction with the library ghost was really scary for me as a little kid. Eventually, Dana Barrett and Louis Tully become possessed by the Keymaster and Gatekeeper characters. I think they're minions of Gozer, who is like the ultimate big bad. They open the portal, here comes Gozer, and the Ghostbusters have to face off. And unfortunately, the thing that pops in Ray's head is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, who attacks the city, steps on the church, and is eventually fried by the Ghostbusters. Everyone is saved, the city, the world is saved. Ghostbusters save the day. This movie, in my opinion, is close to perfect. I have no complaints. I absolutely loved it, and learning about the backstory and how the film got produced only endeared it further to me. Of course, I grew up with the Ghostbusters animated series. I wanted a proton pack. So let's get into how the film informs the art. The special effects work was really fantastic in Ghostbusters. It took a lot of that poltergeist-inspired overlaying and combined that with practical effects to make ghosts that really stand up today. When you watch the film, yes, you can see that style has aged, but it still looks great. The ghosts look fantastic. Slimer looks gross and he takes up physical space. It's very believable. The library ghost is one of the best effects, and it's the first effects you see in the film, as long as with those other traditional old school scares that were used in older films, like the bookcases moving and the little filing card flying all over the place. Those are really practical effects uses that they employed to a very successful effect. I was very inspired. I could have done a Stay Puft. I really want to sculpt a Zool, and one day I will, but today I did Slimer, and I did a very particular Slimer. I did a Slimer that was based on the character from the animated series. I used wire armature so his arm stuck out. I wanted to give him the feel that he was reaching out for like hot dogs or he was going for your food. So I wanted to give him a very playful 3D aesthetic. I also tried to mimic the colors. There's a lot of shadowing and highlighting all over. The coloration is done really well, and there's a lot of nuances to the green of his body. He's not just one solid color. He has highlights and shadowing, and there's a lot of really excellent color layering happening on that puppet, which I wanted to mimic in the design, combining the aesthetic I enjoyed from the animated series and the aesthetic I enjoyed from the film. So let me know in the comment section below who is your favorite character from Ghostbusters. And as always, thank you for watching. I'm Jen, and let's keep it spooky, friends.